When was the last time you lost a pickleball match and you walked away thinking, I could have won that? Maybe you think things like, I should have stuck to the game plan, or I should have played better under pressure, or I should have just stayed focused. Oftentimes, the difference between a win or a loss in these situations is your mental game. So in today's video, we're covering the mental mistakes that players often make and how to improve just by staying focused and in control. Also, be sure to watch until the end because I'm doing a special giveaway of a paddle that's worth over $200, and that's somewhere in this video. Let's get into it. What if I told you that you could practice pickleball and improve your game without even stepping on court or without even holding a paddle in your hand? There was a study conducted out of the University of Chicago that explored the effects of visualization on free throw accuracy. What they did was they split participants into 3 different groups. The first group, they practiced free throws for 1 hour a day in a court. The second group, they practiced free throws for 1 hour a day just through visualization. So they didn't even hold a ball in their hand, they didn't even shoot a ball. The third group was the control group and they didn't practice at all. The effects were actually pretty compelling. The first group who practiced in person, they improved their free throw accuracy by 24%. The second group who just visualized it improved by 23%. The third group, they didn't improve at all. So what does this mean for you? This means that there is some merit to visualization and that it could have a positive effect on your game. My recommendation would be to focus on a particular shot that you want to work on, and then focus on all of the effects of hitting that shot successfully. So focus on the sights, focus on the sounds, maybe the sound of the ball hitting off of your paddle, and then focus on the feel of your paddle in your hand and what it feels like to hit that shot successfully over and over and over again, as if you were drilling that. And there you have a successful visualization session. A quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Muse. Muse is a cutting-edge neurofeedback device that I've personally been using as a brain coach to level up my meditation and mindfulness practice. Over the last few months, it's made a real difference for me. Muse is trusted by top institutions like MIT, Yale, Harvard, and IBM to gather brainwave insights both in labs and in real-world settings. When you train with Muse, it gives you real-time audio feedback based on your brain activity, helping you sharpen your focus and master your mind. For example, when you're calm, the sound of the rain softens, guiding you toward a deeper state of relaxation. With Muse, you can track your brain activity over time, helping you reduce stress, improve focus, enhance calm, and even get better sleep. If you're interested, you could save up to 20% just by going to choosemuse.com/pickleball. How do you talk to yourself during a match? Do you build yourself up or do you tear yourself down? There's a lot of research out there that shows that self-talk can be a powerful tool for building confidence, maintaining focus, and making better decisions under pressure. There was one meta-analysis that shows that all of positive self-talk can be broken down into 2 different categories. One category is instructional, so that's kind of like a coach that's giving you instruction on technique. The other is motivational, so that's more like boosting your confidence, encouraging you, words like that. So in a given pickleball match, there are going to be a ton of opportunities for self-talk, but for the sake of this video, let's just cover the 2 most popular that I see. The first one is good intentions, but bad execution. So for example, let's say that your return to serve goes out because your intention was to keep the ball deep. That's okay, that happens all the time. I think the self-talk that is right for this moment is to be motivational. So use words like, that's the right game plan, that's the right thing to do in this situation. I just need to give myself more margin. And then pair that self-talk with the technique or the mechanics that you were using, and that pair can be a powerful pair for the next time that you hit that serve return. The reason why you want to use motivational self-talk in this situation is because you want to reinforce the mindset behind the actions. Even if the execution is off, that's okay, that happens all the time, but you want to continue to reinforce that mindset, because if you just get bogged down in the mistake, you'll get distracted by that. So just make sure to use positive, motivational self-talk in those situations. The second most popular situation would be not sticking to the game plan. So in a given game, you may have a particular shot or tactic that you've predetermined that's going to help you win. And maybe in a particular rally, you don't use that tactic. Well, the appropriate self-talk here would be more instructional. And the point being, you want to get yourself back on plan, back into the strategy, back into the game, that's back using the tactics that are gonna help you win. So a few words that you could use would be, let's stick to the plan. Let's trust the process. Let's get back to the strategy that will win. I would recommend that you find your own phrases. You come up with the words that you use, because those will be most effective. Lastly, I would just say, when it comes to self-talk, that it's not just you versus your opponent. If you are your own worst enemy, if you are cutting yourself down, you could be your opponent's best friend. So just remember that your self-talk is important. How you build yourself up with your words is important, and it could mean the difference between a win or a loss. The third mental mistake that happens a lot is when people get frustrated because they're trying to control the uncontrollables. So in a pickleball match, there are going to be things that you can't control. Those are things like the weather, the wind, line calls, maybe the way the ball bounces, or maybe your own paddle. All of these things are outside of your control, and it's important for you to make a mental note of those things going into the match in your own preparation. That way you can be prepared to let them go when they arise. So when those things do arise, instead focus on the things that you can control. So things like your decision making, your inner dialogue, your communication with your partner, or maybe your own technique. So the next time you find yourself getting distracted by the uncontrollables, just remember to make a mental note. Call it what it is. In your mind, call it a distraction, and then turn your focus to the things that you can control and get back into the game. The fourth mental mistake that I see often is giving in to bad impulses. Pickleball is a fast-paced game, and there will be moments that we're under pressure. And when we feel the urge to go for a wild shot or to follow an impulse, that is really just our brain that is responding to that pressure. So let's say that you are under pressure and that you take a wild shot and it leads to an error. Before that snowballs and before you make another error, I would recommend three things. The first step, I would say identify what that is and then name it. So whatever it is that is causing you pressure in this game, call it out for what it is in your mind and then name it for what it is. The second step would be to take a breath before every rally and then remind yourself of the game plan. Maybe even use some of that self-talk that we talked about a second ago. The third step here, and this is a really critical one, is to make high percentage decisions. So whenever you're taking wild shots or maybe you're following your impulses, it's important to shift that back to high percentage decisions, making high percentage shots. That way you can build your confidence, build some more consistency in the game, and get back to winning. The fifth and final mental mistake is playing the comparison game. Teddy Roosevelt said it best, in my opinion. Comparison is the thief of joy. And in pickleball, it's no different. I think it's okay to have rivals or to have people to compete against or even people that you aspire to. But at the end of the day, we all have our own learning curve and our own journey in pickleball. So the next time that you feel the comparison game creeping in, I would challenge you with three different things. The first is to choose for your rivals to be your inspiration and not your benchmark. The second would be to focus only on the things that you can control. The moment that you focus on the uncontrollables, that's when frustration sets in. The third would be to focus on being better than the person you were yesterday and not the people who are around you today. Of course, it's a great feeling to win, but at the end of the day, the goal is to get better and to improve on who you were yesterday, not the people who are around you today. If you enjoyed this content or learned something new, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss another update from High Five Pickleball. Thanks for watching. If you want to improve more than just your serve, definitely check out the Path to Better Pickleball. This is a free 30-day challenge that includes a skills guide and 10 step-by-step videos. All you have to do to gain access is click the link in the description and sign up. It's absolutely free and everything will be sent to your inbox. Thank you so much for watching this far. Since you're still watching, I want to invite you to join the paddle giveaway I'm doing in this video. This paddle is worth over $200, and all you have to do to enter the drawing is to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment sharing the most helpful mindset tip that you've ever heard. It doesn't have to be from this video, but it could just be something that is worth sharing with everybody else. The winner will be announced in the comments a week from now, so be sure to go ahead and enter now.